Hey everybody, it's your old pal John. I hope you're all doing well. It's getting a little chilly here in the basement as I'm making these videos. We're on Anglophenia, and this is, I don't know if I quite understand this. I think I do. One woman, 17 British accents. So I think she can do 17 accents, and I'll be honest, I am curious as to how you guys have so many different accents in the UK, in England, or actually in just Great Britain alone, and in such a short, such a like a compressed area compared to the States, that I'm kind of interested in it, but truly scared because I hope I don't have to learn them or learn anything about them, I should say.
The UK is incredibly diverse in terms of accents, and it just so happens that I can do many of these accents as my party trick. So come with me as I take you on a guided tour through all of the accents and archetypes of Great Britain.
Go to town.
Hi, I'm Siobhan Thompson, and this is Anglophenia. And what I'm speaking right now is RP, received pronunciation, or, you know, your standard BBC English. It's spoken across the country, generally by upper middle, and upper class people. Think of Martin Freeman, Benedict Cumberbatch, or, you know, most of the presenters of BBC News. So, good evening. It's 9 o'clock, and this is the news. I'm very important. Heightened RP is generally only spoken on film and television now. So you're going to think of Nell Card or the Dowager Countess in Downton Abbey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Gerald, I do love you, but you're so terribly, terribly poor. Now, London is the accent that most people outside of Britain can recognise. You know, that classic lock, stock and two smoking barrels. Get out of my pub! Go on, get out of it!
That's the one that scares me the most. That's like up there with, I don't know, like if you hear a Russian accent, you know, like it's to me it's kind of like up there with that.
Shut it, you tart! East Anglia is a flat, boggy kind of place with a flat, boggy kind of accent. I love to give you an example of somebody that comes from there that speaks like this, but they all lose this accent as soon as they can. Stephen Fry's from Norfolk, but he doesn't speak like this because he's posh. Here's a kind of classic kind of East Anglia phrase. I done dropped my computer in the fan and it's broken. Now let's go across the island to the West Country, which is a much rounder sound. It's farmland full of sheep and cows and apples.
I'm thinking sheep shaggers. You all know what I'm talking about.
Think of like Sam Gamgee from The Lord of the Rings or Hagrid from the Harry Potter movies. Oh, you bloody kids, get off my land! Or, oh, Mr. Frodo, don't let him turn me into anything unnatural. And then when you go down to Cornwall, it gets a little bit more piratey. So, hoist the mizzenmast, Squire Trelawney. Now, Southern Welsh is this great sing-songy kind of an accent. Think of Tom Jones or Richard Burton. You know, rage against the dying of the light. Bloody hell, I love Dylan Thomas.
Tom Jones doesn't sound like that, does he? Okay. It's funny, as soon as she's explaining the accents, I know them. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I didn't think I was going to know these.
Northern Welsh.
Or catch the difference. I'm sorry. This is Welsh. Ooh, words I can't pronounce.
Where the singer Duffy is from. It's a breathier, thicker kind of an accent. And most people from there speak Welsh at home, and English is a second language. So, you know, diolch yn fawr.
Okay.
Now, across the country to the West Midlands and Birmingham, it's a very nasal kind of an accent, mostly on account of all the industry that went on in that area. Cat Daly, who presents So You Think You Can Dance, is from there, and so is Ozzy Osbourne, you know, Sharon, where's the bloody remote? Yeah, that voice that he does isn't because of drugs, it's just where he's from.
It feels like she's speaking in this way, this accent sounds like it's in just like cursive. It feels like there are no breaks between words. But, Ozzy Osbourne, okay, fair enough, I get it now.
Scouse is your classic Liverpool accent. The Beatles are from there, and so's Paul McGann. They were also made European Capital of Culture a couple of years ago by the EU, so don't tell me they're not cultured, alright? Up into Lancashire, and you know, think of Christopher Eccleston or most of the cast of the Downstairs in Downton Abbey. Daisy, get those buns out the oven before they burn. Oh, Mr. Bates. So, across the Pennines to Yorkshire, it's a much kind of flatter accent from Lancashire, and they cut off a lot of the words.
So I have a friend from Yorkshire, from actually like, well, Leeds, Yorkshire area. And we visited Canada together with a friend of hers. And to me, that sounded so normal until I heard all the other accents, because I guess we had talked so much. And then she used to do this thing where she'd say, you got to be like Yorkshire. And I don't know how. It sounds like she was having a stroke when she was like overdoing the accent. But anyway.
Oh, I'm going to pub up hill. Think of Sean Bean from Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. One does not simply walk into Mordor.
There it is.
So in Northumberland
That's the
and
accent.
Newcastle is speaking a Geordie accent. So, think of the Geordie Shore. Or Carol Cole, remember she got fired from the X Factor because nobody could understand a word she was saying. Or Billy Elliot. All I want to do is dance bally, but me dad makes me box. Edinburgh's the capital.
It almost does sound like it's a little more, I don't want to say more Scottish, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. The geography kind of lends itself to a slight Scottish change. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm right.
Of Scotland. It's a very soft, maybe a little snooty kind of an accent. Think of Ewan McGregor or Dame Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall. That's 10 points taken from Gryffindor, Mr. Potter. Glasgow's a much thicker.
Okay, I did meet somebody just through like YouTube world and collaborations and whatnot, and she was from Edinburgh, but she couldn't understand what I said when I said Edinburgh, and I don't know how that works, but maybe my accent's just really that bad. Maybe I say it in a horrible way.
Kind of an accent. Billy Connolly and Peter Capaldi are both from there.
Don't
they
know
cut
him.
off a lot of the words, so I haven't any butter, so I've got to go to the shop,
Yeah, I know that. Okay.
And so up to the very north, to the Highlands of Scotland. Think of Amy Pond from Doctor Who, or maybe Sir
to
Robert
watch Doctor
Burns. The best laid plans of mice and men, gang after glee. Now let's go to Northern Ireland, and it's all about the vowels with a Northern Irish accent like, how now, Branco? Liam Neeson is from there.
We love Liam Neeson. Anytime something gets taken, Liam Neeson has to get it back.
I've got a very particular set of skills. I know he doesn't say it in that accent in the movie, but it sounds well cool, so, And finally, Southern Ireland is obviously not a part of the United Kingdom, but I can do a Dublin accent, so let's just do it. It's a pretty classic Irish accent with a lot of assonance to it. So Sinead O'Connor's from there. Nothing compares to you.
It's a shame about her. The Southern accent, was it the Dublin? Is that what it was? I think. Yeah, Dublin. Those are the people that pretty much came over to the States. So in the States, that's the accent we know mostly. Like after the Irish potato famine, they just poured into New York City, and then right after that, they were, let's call it what it is, okay? Because history is never always kind, but it is what it is. They were considered basically cannon fodder when we had the American Civil War, especially in the North. And when the draft came out, they started the draft riots because the first names that they had chosen for the draft were all Irish names. And so right after Gettysburg, the Battle of Gettysburg, they had to send the people that were trying to recover. They had to send them to New York because of the New York riots right afterwards. They were very upset there because they were being drafted, and yet if you were African American, you were getting jobs, and the Irish weren't. There was a hierarchy and class system, and coming off the boat didn't put you at the top at all.
Nothing compares to you. That is all from me. Tell me if there's any British accents that I missed, because I love a challenge. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.
There you go. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Another great one from Anglophenia. She always makes it kind of fun, and I think it's just a great. I think she just does a great job. What do you guys think? All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.